What if I tell you can become a Superman? Like, not a Superman who actually flies in the air, but you can literally become the best version of yourself who is actually living the life you dream about in an alternate reality. It is not a voodoo stuff. It is science, it is energy, and it is you. Let's get into the video. The hidden power within you. See, whatever you think, it becomes reality. Whatever you speak will become true. That is why they say Abracadabra. As I speak, I create. Every thought, every word you speak carries an energy. And you imagine like this. So the energy creates vibration. And in what state you are vibrating, you start attracting that state. For example, let's say you are very positive. You are like so much into positivity, and then you don't talk any negative words. You actually see life with gratitude. Then you are actually vibrating in a very, very positive state. And therefore you start attracting positive things to yourself. But let's say when you start having negative thoughts, or maybe think very bad for others, so those kind of stuff attract negativity, and therefore you start vibrating in a negative way. So when you start vibrating in a negative way, you're going to start attracting negativity towards you. So to sum this up, your DNA, your thought process, and what you actually put in your subconscious, everything decides in what frequency you're going to vibrate. So all this composition somehow magically jumbles up, and then it actually emits the vibration, and that is the vibrating state you're going to attract as well. So let's say you put all nasty and lousy thoughts in your mind, and your subconscious is a storehouse. It's going to store all this information, and then it's going to like think in that way. So vibrate the frequency in that way, and therefore you start attracting everything in that way. This will be your unique energy signature that you actually emit out. Pretty much low frequency versus high frequency. You think lousy stuff, think negative things, you vibrate at low frequency. You think very good stuff, be kind to others, be grateful, show gratitude, you vibrate at a high frequency. Therefore, you attract what you give. Let's say you feel jealousy whenever a co-worker gets promoted. So that is what you are attracting. So you are attracting the negative thoughts. So you are emitting negativity, and therefore you attract negativity. So you work very hard and you see nothing happening in your life because of that reason. So let's say when your co-worker is promoted, you really feel happy for him. You're very grateful that he deserves what he has deserved. And that will actually give a lot of positivity back to you. And then maybe you are promoted, or maybe you get a good job as well. That's how things work in the world. So you do one thing. So for the next 7 days, okay, just don't ever think in a negative way. Let's say a basic example. Let's say if you're going to take this route, it's going to be crowded. Okay, that's the saying, right? So how you say things is, okay, let me try a better route today. So try to avoid negativity even for simple things. Just for 7 days straight ahead, no negative thoughts, no self-bullshitting, nothing like saying that I cannot do. You try everything, you give your best shot. Don't tell negative stuff about yourself. Never say I'm not good enough. Never say that things are not coming to me. Never say there's enough money. Nothing of that sort. Nothing of that sort. Just try for 7 days. Think positive. Speak positive. And that is going to change your life in a huge way that you can not even imagine about. You're going to comment down after trying this. I'm going to tell an interesting story about the quantum leap here. So what happens is, scientists comes up with new theories, and then they find the quantum computers, and they work really amazing. So what they do is they take a complex problem and ask the quantum computer to solve it. The problem is so complex that if you're using a supercomputer, it's like a hi-fi computer, and then you ask the computer to solve it, it's going to take months to solve the problem. But the fascinating thing happened was the quantum computer was able to solve it like in a minute, just like that. They were like buzzed off, like they were not sure like what's happening. And then they realized what the quantum computer was actually doing is, it took the problem out, it chunked it into little bit pieces, and every instance of time, if you are aware of the multiverse concept, at any instance of time, there are parallel realities where a version of this quantum computer exists. And what this quantum computer did is, it took the problem out, put it into small chunks, gave a bit to every other quantum computer to solve it. And then everyone took like a minute, And then once they came up with a solution for that particular chunk, this primary quantum computer, which is actually given the equation, summed up everything together and gave the output in a minute. That is the only theory scientists could come up with, because it's impossible for the computer to solve it within a minute. So this is the only possible option that can happen. So CERN actually certified this. So what I'm saying is, so scientists, they themselves started believing that there is multiple realities. If there is a multiple realities of quantum computer existing, there is multiple realities of you as well as existing. So there might be a better version of you who's doing wonders, who's a multi-millionaire, who's a multi-billionaire, who's actually living the life you are actually dreaming of now. The only thing you have to understand is how to actually move from the current frequency which you are vibrating into that frequency which your alternate reality, the better person, or not a better person, it's a better version of yourself, is actually vibrating. So you figure it out. So you have to just migrate from the current version, get into the better version of yourself. How do you do that? So I'm going to give a better analogy to this. Let's say when you are a child, right? So whenever you want something, or whenever a child wants something, they can easily manifest it. Do you know why? Because their thoughts are very clear and they know what they want, and they're not like clouded by jealousy and other stuff. So we don't have much things they don't have much things in their head or in the subconscious memory to actually bitch it about, right? So it's like pretty much they're very clear. So they get what they really want. Maybe there's some delay depending on which environment you're in, but they do get it easily than an adult who's trying to manifest something, because your mind is heavy. It's occupied with a lot of thoughts which you couldn't imagine, because you just put that there thinking about the past always. So much heaviness, so much. It's not lightweighted, right? It is so much hard thinking about the past, what happened, all the betrayals, all things not going in your way. I'm thinking about the future. I'm not saving anything. I'm doing nothing. I'm getting all those negative thoughts piled up, and then it just blocks you from actually what you are deserved to get. You really want to become a Superman? Just think in a positive way. Stop thinking about the negativity. Stop BSing about it. And the only thing is like, you have to figure out how you can shift your energy from the current version of yourself to the better prime version of yourself who's actually going and kicking all the things out. Because everything you ever wanted is already existing. It is you who's not seeing it. It is just around, lying around. Everything is here. You just have to like shift yourself from this place to this place. Quantum jumping, frequency jumping, all those techniques in manifestation actually talks about all these things. If you really want to know further about how we can actually go ahead and achieve all this, I'm here to help. Let's stay connected. Subscribe to my channel, do an email, message me, or do a post or whatever it is. We can stay connected. Wait for the other videos. Until the next video, this is Venkat Shaktivel signing off from the 33 Degree Club. See you guys. Bye-bye. Take care.